Good morning, guys. Welcome to Nicole Williams Tattoos channel, where we talk about tattoos, fashion, and lifestyle. Today, I'm going to be doing day in the life of a tattoo artist, just taking you guys with me on my normal average tattoo day. Normally, the first thing I do in the morning is to get my daughter up and ready for her summer camp. While she gets ready, I myself take a shower, then make her lunch, take her to the summer camp, and then when I come home, I sit down for my makeup. I used to have a really big Instagram account for my makeup collection. I had like 12,000 followers. This happened in 2017 when I had my daughter and was going through some serious postpartum depression. But of course, when they ask you before each postpartum appointment if you feel sad or anything, I would tell them no, even though I was sad all the time. But that's a story for another day. Basically, I found my creative outlet in makeup, then moved on to collecting fragrances, then to collecting tattoos, and now I'm a tattoo artist. Yay! I have definitely slowed down in my purchases of makeup products. I usually stick to just my favorite brands, which are Laura Mercier, Hourglass, and Natasha Denona. And I just keep using the same products all the time instead of collecting every new releases. So I've been doing pretty good in that department, not buying crazily with makeup products. And now I'm starting to collect more fragrances. I just feel like that's a different modality of self-expression, and now that it's summer, I need different fragrances to wear so that my clients have good experience, I have good experience, and so on. And I have definitely slowed down when it comes to fashion as well. With the heat wave coming and everything being so hot, I just don't know what to wear anymore. I definitely don't want to wear like tank top and gym shorts to the shop all the time. But in order for me to keep my fashion blog going, I feel like I'm spending more than I really should. I know I'm a workaholic and I always create new projects for myself that I can't finish. And I think my fashion blog might be one of those things. So I might take down the blog and focus more on just my Instagram and YouTube. And you might say, why bother with YouTube? Aren't you supposed to just focus on tattooing? Yes, but I want to show you guys the behind the scenes stuff. I personally enjoy watching YouTube videos. There are YouTube videos from Vice in a series called Tattoo Age. It has episodes of many well-known tattoo artists, and they talk about their life, their personality, their story, and I watch those like once a week. This is a different way of me connecting to you guys, and I just want to get better at public speaking and get comfortable at putting myself out there, because that's what tattooing has become. You can't just do good tattoos and call it a day. You have to do good tattoos, take good videos, good photos. You have to be funny. You have to create reels. And it is overwhelming, but I do want to get better. I just firmly believe that if somebody like, say, Kim Kardashian can become who she is now from where she started, I can do the same. But also, maybe that's a red flag for me. But whenever there's something that's really challenging, such as public speaking, I overcome things by just doing it. That's always been the case. When I had an internship during high school, I was deathly afraid of speaking on the phone, but I overcame it by just answering more phone calls, just forcing myself to do it. And I was deathly afraid of the public, but I overcame it by working as a pharmacist, putting my name out there, thinking about their needs over my fear. And that's how I overcame my fear of like social anxiety, which I still have some of, but it really trained me to have good bedside manner, which translated into tattooing. If you watch my life update video, you heard me talk about it a little more. Basically, I turned 35 in May and I'm facing midlife crisis 2.0. My midlife crisis 1.0 was when I retired from being a pharmacist and became a tattoo artist. I've always had an interest in art. I've drawn ever since I was 4. My mom got us an art tutor and she said I would draw for like 3-4 hours without standing up. I was pretty serious about going to an art school during high school, but decided against it because I wanted to work in a job that was practical, that helped people, that I was able to make money for. But when I became a pharmacist and worked through COVID, I was just so miserable. I was so unhappy with how CDC changed their recommendations on COVID every single day. I was tired of the whole broken healthcare in America. The insurance system is a scam. The drug companies never can supply enough drugs that people need. Everything's so expensive and so on. I was so unhappy, and tattoos were my outlet where I can express myself, feel something, feel the transformation. It made me feel alive and not like the zombie counting pills and answering phones all day. And it finally dawned on me I could marry my love for art, my love for helping other people, and expressing um, their personality inside out as a tattoo artist. And that's how I overcame my midlife crisis 1.0. And now that everything has become stable and comfortable, I am so grateful for the journey I went through and where I have come to from everything else. But standing here at 35, I need a little more happening. Tattooing, career is stable, family life is stable. Again, I'm so grateful. I have a life that a lot of people dream about, but I need a little more going on. A part of me really misses my friends that have all grown up, had their own kids, have their life revolve around kids like mine, and I just miss them all. And another part of it is I miss when we used to live in South Korea. You can just walk out and go to a cafe 3 minutes away. You don't even have to own a car. You can go anywhere in the city in a metro. So I'm really, really craving for more of an urban life with things happening everywhere, events to go to, whenever. You can call up your friend, have brunch in the next 20 minutes, meet up wherever. And everyone has different ideas, different cultures, and different backgrounds, different education, everything just mixing together. And you kind of don't see that in suburban life. Life is a lot quieter and simpler here, and you definitely can't beat the peace and quiet. In the middle of the night, you can just walk out of your house without hearing traffic or what have you. But for my brain, I think something else happening. And I used to fill up this need by overbooking myself and constantly being on a running wheel, like a hamster in a wheel. But I think I need something beyond tattooing, whether it's a new project, a side income. You don't really see me talking while I put on my makeup because usually I listen to Pastor Tim Keller's sermon. He had passed away a year or two ago. We miss him so much, but in today's sermon, he talked about work and rest. He said that we all have this inner voice that's constantly reproaching ourselves, like talking ourselves down, and that's why we work so hard to justify ourselves, prove ourselves to other people. And that is definitely the case for me. And the point of the sermon was that Jesus came to complete everything and become the eternal rest that we all need, so that you and I don't have to do all the work, all the chasing after the wind to prove ourselves, because the one that was perfect had completed everything. And during my daily devotional, I usually read about 3 chapters of the Bible each day. Today I read 1 Samuel, the part where Saul becomes king. During my devotional today, I got to read about how Israel wanted a king, even though God said God was enough for this nation. Israel wanted a king just like all the other nations. And even when Saul was selected to be king, he himself said, "How can I be king when I come from the smallest of the tribe?" He was saying I was nobody. But once he became king, we find out that he did the same thing, trying to prove himself to everyone, even though he was already chosen. He would take on the responsibilities and duties of the priest. He would take the loot of the battle. All those things were he was told not to do from God, but he did because he wanted to make a name for himself. So the sermon and the devotional were so relevant to everything that I have been thinking recently. I just need to find rest in God and not work so hard to prove myself, because my worth does not come from my works. I should just work because I enjoy working. I should enjoy the fruit of my labor. I should rest when I can rest, and I should have accountability and the balance to rest so that my works will be good. So with those in mind, I'm starting today with the mindset of doing my best in everything I do, enjoying my works, but not going overboard with the things I'm doing. I've just finished my daily devotional, and it's time to pick my scent of the day. So this is my collection. I have been collecting fragrances since, I want to say, 2017. I used to be definitely more obsessed with them, and during COVID, when everything shut down, I kind of slowed down my collection. Recently, I'm coming back to just exploring and discovering different scents. My husband actually counted everything I had yesterday because he was off, and he said he found 40 different fragrances. So I do want to kind of downsize some of the ones that I have stopped using, and of course add some new things to my collection because I have missed out on like past 5 years of new releases. And if anybody's triggered by the sunlight right next to the fragrances, don't worry, the blinds are usually shut. I'm just opening it for the video. But I have kind of separated everything by seasonality. As you can see from the colors, I have my spring ones here. They're very pastel, girly, feminine. And then I have my summer collection here, more oceanic, soapy, fresh fragrances. And here are my fall and winter fragrances that are a little bit more heavy. And I definitely need to watch how much fragrance I wear when I'm at the shop, because one, I'm really close to my clients, and two, we're in a small room, kind of trapped in there. So I really have to watch how much I spray, what I spray, and so on. If you want a video of my fragrance collection, definitely comment below, and I will have to book like a day off to go through everything, because I can't possibly just sit here and talk about all this in like 10 minutes. It'll take forever. I love collecting fragrances. It's like wearing different outfit each day, wearing different fragrances gives me different look, atmosphere, or vibe for the day, and I enjoy it. And my husband enjoys it too. It's one of the hobbies that we have together. And one of our really good memories is going to an event called Scent Explore. It's basically a fragrance convention. It happened in Manhattan, and my mom was gracious enough to watch our daughter over the weekend. So my husband and I took a weekend trip to New York City. We stayed at Four Seasons in Lower Manhattan and had a great time. Just meeting people, pursuing our hobbies, and it was quite magical. So maybe I'll have to do a video of his collection one day too. Do I have any male audiences here? If you are one and you are interested in seeing his collection, or if you're a female client or audience that still wants to check out his side of things, let me know. Speaking of my husband, I want to include, before I forget, my very first brand collaboration. Actually, not a collaboration, more like a sponsor. So these are stone coasters from Resinate. It's a brand by one of my good clients and her husband. They have this business of engraving on stones and creating resin products. And she was kind enough to create these coasters for me and my husband. So that is how it looks from the side. They are very good quality. These will literally last forever, and I love all the details in our faces, and we will be able to enjoy our memories in these pictures whenever we take a sip. So I thought that was really cool. So thank you so much. Here is more information from them, Resonate, and I will put a link for you below. So I think these are great gifts, maybe for upcoming holidays. I know Father's Day and Mother's Day had passed, but check them out. They look really cool. Maybe you can add them to your patio to enjoy outside. Yeah, I love these. Thank you. For today, I'm picking this one. It's Fleur Narcotic by Ex Nihilo. The name of the fragrance is written on the other side, and it's a see-through bottle, so I thought that was kind of cool. Anytime there is a drug-related name, like narcotic, of course, this brand also has one called Sweet Morphine that I want to get. Yeah, anytime I see stuff like that, I have to get it. Fleur Narcotic or Fleur Narcotique smells like very smooth and subtle, kind of like bed sheets, like florals. If you have Killian's Good Girl Gone Bad, it's very similar. So it opens with really light and fresh bergamot and peach, and it also has like peony in there with white florals. It's very light. I do have to be careful with how much I spray because the sillage or fragrance bubble is very big. So I would spray and people far away would be able to smell. And today I was trigger happy right before we dropped off our daughter at daycare. So I think I sprayed like 6 sprays on me just for funsies. And when I went downstairs, the first thing my husband said to me was, "How many sprays of that did you put?" So you have to be careful with that. It does have pretty good longevity. I want to say like at least 4 to 6 hours. I definitely love this brand, Ex Nihilo. I have another one from them, Lost in Paradise. This one is like Peony Dreams. But anyways, enough on the fragrances for today. Let me know in the comments if you want to see anything specific. I have some cool bottles. I definitely want to talk more about fragrances on this channel, even though it's mainly more about tattoos, fashion, and lifestyle, but I think it's included in lifestyle. Basically anything that helps you embrace your authentic self and express yourself boldly, whether that's fragrances or hobbies, any activities you do. I want to talk about that and celebrate that. So if that's what you are interested in, please let me know. Definitely give me a like and a follow. All right, here is my outfit of the day. Here's my outfit of the day. So it's a simple wrap dress from Loft that I've had for a while. It's so comfy and I need something really breezy in this weather. Don't worry, I have my biker shorts because I like to sit comfortably when I tattoo. And I have been going for no bra look these days. It's so unlike me. I'm always so self-conscious, but I don't know if it's me just healing so well and being so comfortable with my body, or if I'm being way too comfortable. Can you guys let me know if this is acceptable? I'm kind of not caring what other people are thinking, which is healthy for me because I used to care so much. But also, like, I don't want to be that person where people are like, "Oh my gosh, she is way too comfortable with her body and she's making everybody else uncomfortable. I don't know. I think there's got to be some type of balance. It's a very fine line. I'm always like, be yourself, you know, express your authentic self on the outside. Don't care what other people think. And I'm doing exactly that. So maybe just comment below. I need to shut up and be happy with myself and expressing myself. I don't know. For my purse, I don't know if I show this on my blog yet. My fashion blog, that's a whole another thing that I've been neglecting. I don't know if I'll carry on my blog. Anyways, before we go off tangent, I did get this Tory Burch tote. It's super big and it fits literally everything that I need, which is why I got it. I love the embossed look and the fact that it's so neutral and beige. It does have two different colors. I love that. It can go with anything, and here you go. It's so business casual, and I just love how big it is, because if I didn't get it, I would have gotten one of those like mailman purses, and I still want to, but I've been carrying this so much. And for shoes, I have these cow hair loafers on Tory Burch website that I've been eyeing. I'll show it to you in the video. But it looks so cute, and cows are such a trend right now, and I feel like I am getting on that bandwagon. But also it's white with brown dots, and I tend to drop ink on the floor or on my shoes a lot, so I've been kind of holding off on getting them, but let me know what you think. My mic cut out for this part of the video, but I was basically telling you guys whether I should keep these shorts or not. I got them from Nordstrom for $50, but I think they look too much like wallpapers. My daughter also mentioned that they don't really go well with the flower tattoos that I have, but surprise, surprise, I ended up keeping them because they're so comfortable. Also, they were size small and I was able to fit in them, so I felt too flattered to return them. Another thing I have to do real quick before I leave is to feed my sourdough. I've been working on, or not my sourdough starter. I've been working on growing a sourdough starter and nothing's been happening. I've been feeding them since June 3rd, and unless I feed them with whole wheat, there is no bubbles. This is like 1:5:5 ratio. This is 1:2:2 ratio, and I feed them every 24 hours. I see some activity, like it goes up and down. And also, take a look at the surface. Is that normal? Anyone that's really good with sourdough starters, can you please let me know what I'm doing wrong? Nothing rises or nothing doubles, even though it's been like 3 weeks. I also need to make my lunch real quick. As always, I'm out of containers, so it's just gonna be this little one. I have been slacking off on meal prep, so I don't really have much, so I'm just throwing everything I have in the fridge in here. We're finally gonna finish this salad kit today. Leftover tomatoes, some olives, I don't know how we're running low on everything. I did a giant Sam's Club shopping the other day and spent like $500. I told everyone in the family we're not shopping again until we eat everything, and maybe we're reaching that point finally. A lot of the guys at the shop just don't eat all day, or they get a carry out, but just growing from a Korean family, I hate spending money on lunches every day. Thankfully today I have leftover banana bread. It's Nutella banana bread that I really like to make, so that's going to be something nice to look forward to. All right, here we are, ready for another day. I have fragrance review running in the background. Of course, I've been obsessed with niche fragrances again. Just a quick tour of my room. If you want a full video of my room, please let me know in the comments. We have 2 appointments today. The first one is a touch-up, and I'm so glad she's coming back for the touch-up. When I saw her last, the photo quality wasn't that great, so I couldn't really post it online for my portfolio or my Instagram. So I'm hoping today I get to take some good photos of that tattoo. It's a little mouse wrapping its tail around strawberry vine, and it's inspired by my flash design, so I was very happy to do that. So usually when I come to the shop, I first set up everything. I try to come here like at least 30 minutes before my clients. I always prefer over preparing than not. I really hate when artists just leave their clients sitting and waiting. That's just kind of a pet peeve of mine. I feel like it's a service industry, and I know I can be late sometimes too, but you really shouldn't make people wait that long. My second client is going to be for a flash design. It's a bat flash. It's a bat with a jewelry on its back with the wings kind of folded, and it's going to rest on her chest. And it was inspired when I was visiting the Smithsonian Museum. We saw bats on display. Of course, there were preserved bats, but I thought it would be cool to make like a brooch. Chest tattoos usually take a little longer because the skin is so sensitive, and you have to really have the finesse to go the right depth, speed. So it's a little challenging, but my design is not that big, so hopefully it doesn't take too long. When I got my chest tattoo done, I had to do it over like 2-hour sessions at a time. Yay, it heals so well. So I'm looking at the reds in here. I want to go over again. And then some of the reds there. Do you see any spots that you wanted to touch up?
I was thinking like the leaves down here maybe, because they just look like a little different than the other ones.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll match up the leaves to the other ones. And then, yeah, it looks good even around the elbow. The line, fix that little line there. The green, the reds. Reds are so hard to saturate. Awesome, yeah. We'll work on all that. Pretty, and I love your dress today. So cute. Here is the final look of the strawberries and mouse tattoo. We were able to basically go over everything and have second pass, which means basically like second layer of color on top of everything. Go over any gaps in there, especially the reds that just blend with the blood and makes it really hard to see during the appointment. I love how it wraps around her. It's so cottagecore, just like me and her, and I'm so glad Caitlin came back for this touch-up. I just realized that I was talking to myself without recording for the past 5 minutes, but basically, Caitlin and I just finished our touch-up appointment. It went really well. Her tattoo looks so good and looks brand new. Now I'm gonna clean up everything and get everything ready for my next client. Caitlin's mouse tattoo took about 6 hours, I would say, originally, not counting this touch-up appointment. We did over 2 different sessions, and I think that helps a lot if you are somebody who doesn't like extensive amount of pain for a long time, if you want to budget for your tattoos and so on. I'm starting to get hungry again. I usually fast until around 1 o'clock, and then I eat whatever I want between 1 and like 8. And usually for my dinner, I try to eat light things, although I can be bad. But if I was more strict about what I actually ate during my eating hours, I probably have better results, but that's okay. Usually after work, I just want to go home and stuff my face. But skipping breakfast seems to be a good option for the fasting. I just released a couple sheets of my newest flash designs. A lot of them have butterflies and moths in them and some skulls because we're approaching the spooky season. I know we just started the summer, but I still can't wait for Halloween. I love the whole thing. Did you know there's no Halloween in South Korea? It just makes everything so much more special for me. I love doing my flash designs because things are already drawn, so you can pick and choose, and you won't have as much anxiety going into getting tattooed as you would if you were requesting a custom design. And just having my flash designs, or being able to tattoo my flash design, allows me to practice and develop my style and keep adding to the portfolio the types of works I want to do. I've been really leaning towards a lot of whimsical and magical designs, and you can really see that reflected in my flash. It seems like there are a lot of cancellations in July. I guess everybody's busy with their summer plans, travels, and whatnot. So I released a bunch of dates along with the new flash to my priority list. It's an email list for those of you who want like 48-hour early access to my books. My books open. I usually send out my cancellations first that way, so you have more chance of getting into the dates that you want. I also release my flash designs before that way, and some of my designs are not repeatable, so it's more of like an exclusive access to what I bring to the table. So if you're interested in getting tattooed by me, definitely join. I'll put a link below. This fall, I have so many plans. I'm going to be doing a convention in October in Pennsylvania. So more information to come with that. I definitely want to hold another flash event. I'm going to be posting in my life update video how my flash event, my Midsummer's Daydream Flash event went down. It was really fun, but I definitely learned a lot of things, what to do and what not to do for my next event. My daughter and I have also been talking about publishing our own coloring page, so I've been thinking about doing that, but that also means we have to draw all these pages. So if you guys have any ideas on what kind of coloring page I should create, definitely let me know in the comments. Hi everyone, welcome to Nicole's Mukbang. I'm just going to be eating really fast because I get too nervous that people will come in as soon as I take a bite. So I'm just gonna have my little show playing on top in my TV, and you'll get to watch me eating, I guess. I actually have never watched mukbang before. I just love that mukbang comes from Korean word though. As a little Korean, I'm proud of that. So I used to be like, isn't it gross to watch other people eat? But I've watched people feeding their toddlers, like what they feed their kids and stuff, and I'm like, okay, kind of want to try that. And I think I'll do it at home too, or with my husband, like get a nice carry out, do our little mukbang or interview. But you can't really talk while you're eating, can you? Enjoy! I couldn't finish my banana bread. I'm trying to listen to my body more and then stop eating when I'm actually full. So I'm going to save these pieces for tomorrow. I have about 30 minutes to kill before my next client comes in. So I'm going to answer some emails and edit some videos. My last video was from May 25th, a month ago. So I'm going to be working on my life update video. It probably got posted before this one, but any video ideas you had, just let me know. Like I said, I want to do a mukbang and more fragrance reviews. I really have no direction for this channel. It's really just about me and what I do with my life. The only thing is I have to be more consistent. I know that. So we will work on that. It's kind of hard being a mom, but no excuses, just do it, right? Here is the bat flash tattoo I did with Ashley. I can't believe this was her very first tattoo. She was definitely very ballsy for going for a chest tattoo for her first. And I think it came out so cute. I love how I did the shadow effect with those drop jewelry pieces. I definitely want to do more gemstone tattoos. It was so much fun, and Ashley sat like a rock. She was so badass. This was the end of the day catch up. Unfortunately, my little microphone went out of battery and I didn't realize that. So for the rest of the day, I'm talking to the camera with no input of the sound. Here, I was basically telling you guys I'll be going home to cook dinner for everyone and do my normal mom stuff. Do you guys want to watch that too, or is that too boring? Seriously, if you guys stuck to this point, I really appreciate your attention and support. I hope that you guys got to see a little glimpse of my daily routine at the tattoo shop. But wait, there's more. When I got home, my husband had a surprise for me. I went home and lo and behold, my husband had gotten me a surprise perfume. I feel so bad because we are trying to save money, but recently we went to our local niche fragrance shop called Perfumology, where we got to try out this brand Zernell Gilly and their newest release, R&B. It smells like the most perfect, purest, and sweet orange juice that is a little bit of woody. I love having citrus scents during the summer, and just coming back into fragrance collecting world after 5 years of hiatus, it was a nice little addition. I was even reading all the notes and doing a quick rundown of this fragrance and a review. I'm so sad that the audio got lost in it, but I'm hoping I'll get better and better at making videos. Honestly, I'm having a lot of fun making these, so even if nobody watches, that's still okay, because this is the kind of digital footprint that I would like to leave behind for my daughter and for myself even. Man, I even reviewed some of the samples we received from Perfumology and I lost all of that. So watch out for another video reviewing all of these perfumes. Thank you so much for watching. Click like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye!